Hello, today we're going to talk about dividing by decimals, but we're going to start by doing a little bit of revision on multiplying by decimals. So let's start with something easy. 14 times 2. Obviously we know how to do that. 28. So then if I add in a decimal point, all I'm going to do is add in a decimal point to the answer. So the answer is still going to be 28, but I have one decimal place in my question. So I'm going to put one decimal place in my answer. So it's 2.8. Same thing here. My answer is still going to be 28, but I have two decimal places in my question. So I would like to have two decimal places in my answer. Now, we're not going to do this today, but let's just say for argument's sake, I put in a decimal place there. So now I'm still going to do the same thing. The answer is still 28, but now I have to count how many decimal places. 1, 2, 3. So that means I would need 3 decimal places in my answer, 1, 2, 3, because there are 3 in the question. So if this is how multiplying by decimals works, then dividing by decimals is going to be the opposite, right? So instead of making the number smaller every time, I'm actually going to make the number bigger. So I have been moving the decimal place to the left. So this time, let's flick back to my questions. I'm going to be moving the decimal place to the right because I'm dividing. So when you multiply, you move it to the left. Right, so I've got some questions here. So the way I'm going to answer this is just by doing some short division. So if you can't remember how to do short division, I'm about to show you, but if you're still confused, please ask me and I can go through some short division stuff with you. So I'm going to put my number that I'm dividing by on the outside, and then underneath here, I'm going to put my number. So I want to do this number divided by 6. So I'm going to do 6 divided by 6 is 1. Great, that was easy. Now I'm going to put the decimal point in line with the decimal point in the question. 6 divided by 7 is 1, and I have 1 left over, so I carry that and this becomes 12. 6 divided by 12 is 2. So that means that 6.72 divided by 6 is 1.12. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this number to have more decimal points. So I'd now like to do 6.76 divided by 0.6. So if before I was moving the decimal point to the left, now I'm going to move it to the right. So I actually want to move it one place in that direction to make the number bigger. So I'm going to have 11.2. So you don't need to redo your division every time. You can just use this rule. Same thing for the next one. If this time I divide it by 0.06, I'm going to move it again, which gives me 112. All right, same thing with this one over here. I'm going to put 2 on the outside, and then on the inside, I'm going to do 36.74. I'm just going to do my short division. 3 divided by 2 goes into 1, and I have 1 left over. 2 into 16 goes 8 times. I've got nothing left over. I'm going to put my decimal point in underneath it, or sorry, over the top of it. 2 divided by 7, well, I have 3 of them and 1 left over. That's 2 into 14 goes 7 times. So that means 36.74 divided by 2 is 18.37. Now this might have been something that you didn't need to do short division for because you're just halving this number. Half of 36 is 18. Well, no, it's not. No, it's not, because then you have to, don't worry about me. If you tried to do that in your head, just do it this way, because you're more likely to, you're less likely to make mistakes if you do it like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add in some more decimal places. So 36.74 divided by 0.2. So all I'm going to do is make this number bigger. I'm going to move it to the right 1. So I have 183.7. And same thing, if I move it again, 0.02, I should get 1837. So hopefully dividing by decimals doesn't look quite as scary anymore. You just have to do the original question and then keep moving the decimal place. 1 extra place every time you add an extra decimal place into the question. You move the answer decimal place one more time as well. All right, good luck. Please let me know if you need help. If you are struggling with short division, that's probably going to be something we need to solve first. So yeah, get in touch with me and we will fix this. All right, good luck.